Hello, and welcome to this week's Shop Talk. My name is John. Jared just went to get a beer.
I'm John, he's Jared.
Don't confuse the nice people.
You'll never know.
What are you smoking today? Well, never mind.
Luxury twist flake. But I'm smoking it out of my favorite shop pipe, which is one that you made a while ago that I liked. That was actually our first argument.
I think so.
Because we came back from Vegas and we were like, okay, we need to make sure that we like what each other are making.
Yeah.
And so I critiqued this one and I said I didn't like it. And now I love it.
Oh, there were some legitimate reasons why we kept it.
Right. And it was mainly the stem, the saddle was a little extra. That was my main complaint.
Yeah.
Was that the angle of the shank face is opposite of the bull, which is fine, but then the saddle was even more exaggerated.
Yeah.
But sure enough, I bit through the stem, so it's been sitting on the
Twice now.
shelf.
This is the third stem.
I put a dummy stem in there, but I didn't do a good job at it. I just threw a stem in there. And so it was on the shelf for a few months. And then I'm like, I'm tired of smoking luxury twist flake and all of these other pipes that I have, because it doesn't smoke as well as this one. So I went and put a new stem. So I put a photo of it on Instagram the other day, and somebody asked any tips on shop pipe smoking.
Yes, there are tips.
They are.
Well, this is a good example. This is a sandblasted pipe, a more durable finish. So if I drop it or throw it around, or it gets set in a bunch of shavings or ash or whatever happens to it, it's a little bit more durable.
Yeah, I've dropped this pipe probably a half a dozen times, and you can't tell anywhere.
Also, bent pipes are helpful. And the lighter the pipe is, it's also helpful.
Yeah, because having it when you're working on something and you need to be hands-free from smoking, having it light and bent so it's out of your eyes, smoke will still, not too long, but long enough so nose warmers are bad, because if you're wearing safety glasses, the smoke will just creep under your glasses and sting your eyes.
But also, if you have too heavy of a pipe, I've noticed that I start to have, not so much anymore, but drooling problems.
Yeah.
Because you're just clenching all the time, and you're so focused on what you're doing that you can often have some dribble.
Well, speaking of clenching all the time, it's also good to smoke a pipe that has a little bit thicker of a button, so you can bite it a little bit harder, because I know, for me, when I'm working on something, you bite and you bite harder and you don't realize the pressure that you're putting down. And so a normal size button is fine, but yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing is what you're smoking.
Right. Like this is a good example. Actually, both of these are good examples. They're both flakes, so they'll both burn longer, and they stay lit longer.
Yeah. The other thing, Virginia works well, but particularly English, I find, with a mellow English. If you set it down and it goes out, you can relight it, and it doesn't affect the flavor near as much as other tobaccos.
Yeah.
So, for relighting's sake, I recommend smoking English in the shop.
Yeah.
But you particularly like short bowls, which
do.
also makes sense, because you're smoking a short bowl, and then when it's done, it's done. You don't have to worry about it going out.
Well, I also tend to pack my flakes really tightly.
You do.
So even when I have a small bowl, it'll last quite a while.
But I think the most important thing about working in any sort of shop and smoking, besides having a fire extinguisher, is is just remembering that you are smoking, and that's kind of in a sense more important. So if you're smoking and you're taking breaks and you're paying attention to that, you automatically slow down the process of whatever you're working on. You think a little bit more about what you're doing, and I find it's a better result. I mean, when I'm not smoking and I'm just cranking through, that's often when mistakes happen. So if you remember that you're smoking and not get too focused on what you're doing and remember that you're smoking, I don't know. I feel like it's helpful.
Yeah.
Anyhow, besides that, we're wearing our hats again. I want to remind you it's almost the end of the month of August, and if you buy one of our hats off our website, you will win a free pipe.
Well, you will be entered into a raffle to win a free pipe.
Right. Right. You'll be entered into a raffle. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're attractive. You'll be attractive when you wear it, and it's goodbye, even if you're not winning a free pipe. So
just buy it before the end of the month, and you'll be entered in. So cool. All right. The next episode, we will be revealing the winner.
That's right.
So we'll talk to you then.